My soul needed a savage friend, a weird daredevil, but do you mend? My life became a dead end. Big C got me on the wrong track. Fought the cancer in a cul-de-sac. Lean says bite back. On life's jacked racetrack we react, lacking the cool, but we lean and we loo. I hiked in a blizzard and massive wind to go and get the gift that Lean gave me for my birthday.
Because I made you.
Because she made me.
I mean, you could have waited till tomorrow, but I'll be like...
I could have waited till tomorrow, but I also didn't want to wait till tomorrow. I was excited to get it today. But, like, I should have done it before we were filming today. This is Sunday. Sorry, look at me. Like, it was a Sunday, but I decided I'd go and do it. I was supposed to do it before, but there was such a bad blizzard before.
Are you wet, or is that the pattern of your hoodie?
It's my pattern of my hoodie. It's, you know what it is,
I like
guys?
it. It reminds me of Taka's clothes from Clock Strikes.
You know what it is, guys? This was a perfectly decent... What color was it started out? It was, you know what color it was? It was maroon hoodie that I bought. Then I spilled a little bit of bleach on it. But then I dyed it like the whole thing with bleach. And then I was like, yeah, it's a yucky color. So then I put red dye on it. And then I didn't like it because it still didn't cover the bleach stain. So then I sprayed bleach on it. And this is the result that we have now. It's like, it's morphed over a period of 3 years into this. So this is what I hang up.
It reminds me of his outfit in the Clock Strikes live Japan tour.
It does. Official unboxing of the gift.
You have to read the note first. Read the note. Don't look at it. There should be a note.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, there's a note.
It's so bossy.
It's like screaming at me. I'm like, ah! Okay, I have glasses. Where are they?
Goodness.
Oh my god, I'm dropping
everything. I haven't wear glasses. I want to know if they actually gave you the note that I wrote.
Okay. Happy birthday. When you're gloomy, squeeze your spud. Enjoy your gift from Leanie Boo. Spud? What is this? Oh!
I told you it was random. I knew you would get upset if I sent something expensive because you'd be like, don't spend money on me. So I was like, I'll just send you something that'll make you laugh instead.
This is perfect.
Positive potato.
Wait, let's show it to the camera. Look how cute that is. Maybe a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do. I think this is the cutest gift I've ever got. This is so cute.
Ella, you've been so down for the last couple of weeks. I was like, every time you get gloomy, I'll just say, squeeze your spud. I'm going to say it to you in every video. Squeeze your spud.
Squeeze my tater tot. He's so cute. Look how cute he is. He's
so
cute.
Funny. I seen him randomly and I was like, he's getting a positive potato.
He's going to be like what do they call it? Like a
stress ball.
Stress ball, security blanket.
Oh, where's my camera?
I'll take him out in my safety meeting tomorrow while everyone's talking and I'll be like...
That's hilarious.
He's so cute. That's the cutest birthday gift I've ever got in my life. I love
him. You can stand on your desk and every time you feel depressed, you have to look at him. And every time you feel like you're going to cry, you have to squeeze him. Because that'll make you laugh. Because you'll hear me in your head saying, squeeze your spud.
Squeeze your spud. I need the name. Well, his name's Positive Potato, I guess.
We have to call him Bob. Everything gets called Bob. Everything. Everything in my head. There's Bob the spider. There's Bob There's Bob the ornament in the living room. There's Bob the fly that got eaten by Bob the spider. There's Bob the cuddly thing that's over there. Everything's called Bob.
Okay,
my kids told me to stop calling things Bob.
He looks like a Bob. I'll call him Bob.
See? That's why Bob fits everybody. Everyone's called Bob.
Beady little eyes. He's got spider eyes.
They're Bob eyes.
Look how cute they are.
Bob eyes.
Bob the Spud. That doesn't make Bob the Spud.
Bob the Spud. Do you remember Bob? He was a cartoon character and he was the ugliest thing out. He kind of looked like a spud, to be honest. He had like a big round face and really sticky out ears. Did you ever see Bob as a kid?
No, I didn't even know.
I have to show you Bob.
Okay, guys, you need to name the spud potato, the spud, if we should go with Bob or we should have another name for
Wait till
him.
you see Pob. Pob. Pob, the children's
Where's
character.
Pob? Is that POB?
Yeah, here I'm sending you a picture of Pob.
Oh, we go look at Pob. Share it so we can see what Pob looks like.
Okay, I'll share it on my screen.
Da, 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 da.
Pob.
Oh my god! Pob is giving me nightmares.
That was a children's TV show, and he only used to go Pob, 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 Pob. That's the joy of growing up in the 80s.
Pob looks
See,
like he's on. Pob looks like he's on Xanax.
that explains why our generation is the way it is, to be quite frank.
It
Pob,
does. That
Pob,
embodies
Pob.
it.
Between that and the magic roundabout and those wee blue things that lived. Do you remember the basement one? The basement cartoon where the creepy monsters came out of the basement? What were they called?
What were you watching? I don't
That's the
remember
one I
that.
think it was called. Oh, wait, I have to find this. Did you never see this? It explains a lot about me growing up, to be honest. It was called Trapdoor.
Oh yes, now I
It opened like a
remember it.
creaky basement and they came out from under it.
Oh yeah, they were plasticine,
Hmm.
clay
And
characters.
then there was those weird spoon people that lived on the moon.
My favorite was the guy who was a lion. Like they drew him. He was French, and he used to speak in French, and then they used to erase him. Don't you remember it? Do you guys know? I have to find it now.
What on earth are you talking about? It sounds like Tony Hart and his freaking morph people.
It could be. It could be Line
Oh,
Man.
I'm going to put in Tony Hart and see if it is.
It's the La Linea
Oh
series.
my god, I've never heard of that. But here's
Oh
Tony Hart's morph people. Do you remember them?
no, no, no! I'll show you. I'm going to show you now because now I'm going to
You'll
share
have
this
to
one.
share screen.
Share. Copy link. Because now
We're
I'm going to
just
show you.
talking random nonsense
Could be
for
still Tony
YouTube.
Hart, but I don't. I think you're gonna like. This was my favorite, and we can
He used to
actually listen
draw a
to
weird
this.
scribble thing, so
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is it. It's a weird format though. Okay, you ready? Can I play it?
ready. Yeah.
Love him.
How many years older than me are you?
I love him.
Sometimes that little man is pretty damn questionable as to what that outline is.
He's always so angry, which makes me mad. He, like, look how angry he is. He's got like anger issues. Let's make it lower. Yeah, he's got
Never in my
anger.
life had I ever seen this.
He's so cute. And he like
He's a
shouts at the
nose. He's
artist.
nothing but a nose.
He is. And he shouts at the artist to do stuff for him.
Yeah, we were sitting watching a 1980s children's TV show. You can tell this was our era because we find this funny. We're totally putting this on YouTube. This is the most random thing ever. Oh, look, it's Lean and Loo.
That's
That's
a cute way to
Eugene
do
Shi
it.
when he discovers Lean and Loo are at his door.
What makes it more impressive is that they did like this artist did this like back in the day.
That is kind of funny.
It is. It's cute. They got this one though is not the French version. The French version is funny because he does it all in French.
Oh, it's a tap. I thought it was an H and a G for some reason.
I think because was an artist, this was endlessly entertaining for
Well,
me.
that's why I like Tony Hart and his little morph people because it was all about art stuff.
Yeah,
I've never seen this.
this is so cute.
What year is this from?
Let me have a look. Like, let's see what it says. Oh, I can't find. Did I close that? Where is it? Oh no, here it is. Oh, got to go out of screen. Let's pause it. The Lineman series. Let's have a look here. La Linear series. See, so they've taken it. I think it was originally French, La Linear, and then they've made it into an English series. But it was originally the French one was much funnier.
It was from, it's 1971. So yeah, there's a reason I've never seen it. I was literally like not born.
I was not born either, but they must have like extended it for years on our like it
It
must be
went
one of
on
the
for
things.
90 episodes. So by the
Yeah.
time I was born, it probably would have ended.
Oh, there it says from TV series from 1972 to 1991. So like in the 1980s and I would say for till like 1994 they had it on our like TV screens in South Africa.
Yeah, I
So
don't think it was on the UK very much. And if it was maybe in the early 70s, maybe, or when I was still too young to watch TV.
and I made a mistake. I thought it was French. It's actually Italian. The cartoonist is Osvaldo Cavendoli, and so it's Italian. So the original Italian one is much funnier. Let's
I
see if I
think
can find that.
we should introduce our YouTube watchers to all the children's things we watched when we were little, and it would explain a lot. I mean, I already discovered the reason I write the books I just write and the styles I have is all based on the children's cartoons I watched and
Oh, that's
loved.
so funny.
I'm a combination of Thundercats, Jem, She-Ra, and the Care Bears.
This one, let me see if this one is. Let's see if this is in Italian. Let's check this.
Some of these
So,
little illustrations are pretty questionable, to be
I know
honest.
that's why I was like looking at this, going.
Like when they first popped up, he was a rather shape.
This was the original one. See, it's better in Italian. It's a bit louder. Wait. See, he blows raspberries.
Sometimes where they put his hand is just unneeded. It's almost like there is subtle hidden adult humor in there, like this with Shrek, because sometimes I swear it's purpose.
Okay, that's questionable. Let's stop it there.
I think that I'm now intrigued to see where this goes. This is a children's TV show. It can't be that.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, it is Italian though, so
It's true.
okay. He's not into women. Clearly, he's into rocks. What even is this storyline?
It's just so. I love the way he screams at the artist.
They only get one flipper though. Isn't that upside down? Since when do snorkels curve at the top?
Oh, this is a classic. I love it. He has such attitude.
The children even understand why he's so interested in women.
I don't know.
It just seems like a very random storyline for a children's plot.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, that was that. But
That is such a weird thing, but it's kind of funny.
it is
That's
kind
kind
of
of funny.
funny. So I love it.
How on earth did we get to
I don't know
that?
how we got to an Italian cartoon thing from me
Because of
opening
Bob.
Causes
It
of
was
Potato for my birthday. Who knows
because of
how we got
Bob.
there?
Bob. We
This
went
is
from Bob to Pob
pop.
to Trapdoor to Linear series.
That's what I went to. But that shows our ADHD for you guys. You can understand the struggle.
This is what we're like constantly. It
This,
actually amazes me we ever get anything done because we go off in so many tangents during the day.
I know.
Maybe that's why it takes us so long to do anything and feels like we've got way more to do than we actually have because we take in
Yeah.
about 95 other things a day that we really don't need to do.
Well, and this is Lean and Loo on a daily basis. This is us interacting with each other on Messenger. Like you should see our Messenger stuff. It's like I tried to clean up my Messenger the other day, and you and I, it's just overwhelming. Like I gave
Just
up
delete the
after
whole
5
thing.
minutes.
Delete the whole
No,
thing. I can tell you there's nothing of value in there. There is
there is
five
though.
thousand pages of random crap.
If you
And
go to if you go to our media, there is valuable stuff. Like sometimes you'll give me a recipe and I'll forget about it, and like 8 months later, I'll be like, "Didn't Lean give me that recipe for like whatever
actually
kimchi?"
true. I've searched our media many a times being like, I'm sure Lou gave me this picture for this thing that I was to do last week. And then I find it and it's like conversation from 1 year, 7 months ago. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, really? That was only last week, I'm sure. 17 months.
It's so scary. So, you know what I searched the other day? Our Cotton McCartney
Oh
stuff.
my God. McCartney, Cotton, and Oldmore.
Oldmore McCartney Cotton.
That was the funniest conversation ever. We actually died laughing that night so hard that you almost peed yourself.
I almost peed myself.
We couldn't stop laughing. We were crying laughing and everything. It was the most stupid conversation.
I have the Cotton McCartney shirt in my cupboard behind me.
I'm putting a picture of that on screen. I still have the design for it. We should explain where that came from because it's so random and stupid and totally sums us up.
Yeah. So I was like cleaning out like I was taking something to my garage, and then in my garage I was putting stuff in the freezer, food in a freezer in the garage, like a spare freezer. But I forgot to put the milk in there, and the milk was left out. It was summer. And the milk ended up going, like, it was sitting next to the freezer in my, like, behind my car. So the one day I went out and I looked, and there was this swollen carton of milk just sitting there ready to explode. And it, like, freaked me out. And then I, like, picked it up like it was a bomb because it looked like the lid was about to pop off. And I delicately walked it over to the like freaking garbage cans, and I mean the dumpster. And in the meantime, I was sending Lena a voice note, and I was trying to tell her that I was doing
It was voice to text.
voice to text, and I was saying to her, "Oh my god, I was in my garage and I found a carton of milk and it's so swollen it's about to explode." And then I pressed send, and then I dropped it in the dumpster, and then I went about my day. And she got this garbled voice note, which literally said, "Oh my god, now I've got to think of it." It
I
said,
will find it in our thing and I'm going to screenshot the actual message because it was something about McCartney, Cotton, and Oldmore. It made zero sense.
I said, "Lean, McCartney, Cotton, and Oldmore. Something, something, something." And she was like, "Who's
What?
McCartney, Cotton, and Oldmore?" But I was trying to say a carton of milk, and it came out as McCartney Cotton.
It's because of your dodgy accent, your
Old
text to
milk.
talk to text, they never understand. She's had to stop using it. She used to try and send me texts all the time, and 90% of the messages I got made zero sense because her accent is worse than mine sometimes.
Well,
So yeah, now she does voice notes, which I'm not saying is better because sometimes I still don't know what she's saying, but
yeah.
at least I can pronounce pizza.
Well, and I can tear apart McCartney, Cotton, and Oldmore because I was like a carton,
Of old
McCartney
milk.
carton of old milk, and that somehow became, so then we laughed about it, and then we were going, we should make a brand called McCartney Cotton and Oldmore. And we were like, so what is McCartney Cotton? We were like, let's make a jeans and clothing brand called McCartney Cotton, or we could do McCartney Cotton and Oldmore. It would be like a hippie brand. We kind of thought of that, and then we kind of thought it would be like an old dude with long hair who has a clothing. This is the author in us. Has a clothing store, or maybe he even has ice cream. We were like, and like cotton candy. We were like,
And then we just got stupid and then said, wouldn't it just be more funny to make random t-shirts with that on it that only you and I owned that no one would understand, and let's wear them when we go to Korea.
yes. And I'm going to now pull out one of those shirts now.
I have a different design as well. So Louise did a design of hers and I did a completely random different design just to confuse people all the
Where
more.
are you?
And neither of our t-shirts look remotely like each other. That's what we started saying to each other over the next week. Every time we liked something, we would be, is it Frozen McCartney Cotton good? And the answer was Oldmore. That's why it came. That's how stupid we are. It became a joke.
But every time I open the cupboard and I see this, I've never worn it. I made it.
See, that just made me start laughing again because I remember every time you'd be like, oh, I made this really nice pasta. And I'd be like, is it Frozen McCartney Cotton good? And you'd be like, Oldmore. Why are we like this?
Like I poured a resin mold. I'll be like, but Lean, is it Frozen McCartney Cotton good? And you'd be like, Oldmore.
Oldmore. And then I made a t-shirt with aliens on it, and that was my one for no reason. I'll need to find a picture of the t-shirt.
Oh, so
I'm dying.
funny.
It's making me laugh even now about how stupid and random we can be.
I'm wearing this in Korea. No one will know what this means, but we're going to like end up traumatizing people because I'm going to be like, she's going to taste new food in Korea, and I'm going to be like, Lean, is it Frozen McCartney Cotton good? And she's going to be like, Oldmore.
Do you know what's funny though? Is how stupid we are that amused us so much. That was the night that I was up till 2 a.m. laughing with you about it, and you kept saying, Lean, it's after 1, go to sleep. And I was like, Oldmore, start again. And you'd be like, oh my god, this is so Frozen McCartney Cotton good. All night. I think I ended up going to sleep at like 4 a.m. and we were still laugh crying when we were like saying goodbye about 50 million times. Goodbye. Oh, Frozen McCartney Cotton, good night. Oldmore night. Like, it's so stupid, but it was so entertaining.
It was entertaining because like we feel like that's a whole brand. Like that, it's a whole other slang.
Only to us, it's a whole brand because we managed to get 7 hours of funny conversation out of one sentence.
One wrong voice to text message.
See, this explains everything about us. Everything.
That's exactly what she got from me, was like in the text message was Frozen. Yeah, it was a question mark as well. She got Frozen McCartney Cotton good, Oldmore. That's what she got in the text message. And it took her like an hour to try and decipher what I was trying to say. And I hadn't checked my phone. So I didn't know she was like trying to figure out what I wanted from her. So
then in the following weeks, I kind of cottoned on to the fact anytime she was using talk to text, because the garbled weirdo messages I was getting, I was like, talk to text again. Louise, I don't know what. No, you don't have a lion in your Ferrari. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a pink caboose in your what now? I just used to have to try and figure it out or wait till she came online.
I traumatize her a lot. I also butt dial her, and then she doesn't like, she'll get like 3 a.m. a phone call from me because my messenger calls her. So it's funny.
If I hear my messenger phone ring, well, you know what the call sound it makes when it's messenger ringing? Anytime I hear that now, I don't even look at my phone because I'm like, oh, I'll be Louise.
She's butt dialed me.
She's doing it again, twice a day, every single day for the last like 18 months. Oh, wait,
Because
it's after 5 p.m. Why has Louise not butt dialed me today? How dare she?
this is the like her and I. This is open all of the time. Is our little chat, and then I end up not closing it, and then putting it in my pocket, and then it butt dials her. So.
You know, one of these times I will actually get some juicy tidbitsy sound while you butt dial me, whereas normally
You
it's
should record
nothing.
one. Those custom ones. You should be like,
Then I would actually
Louise's
have
butt
to answer
dial.
it. I would actually have to answer Louise instead of just going, "Oh, it's just Louise."
Well, thank you for the beautiful gift. That really put a smile on my
The most
face.
random thing ever.
I
See, I
love
was
it.
looking at it and I was like, right, it has to be Amazon because they'll deliver all the way to Utah at short notice. And then I was like, oh, she's going to be upset. She'll be like, stop spending money on me. And then so I was like, wait, I have to send her something that doesn't cost much money and something that's funny and worth it.
It's really cute. I love it so much. It made me
Now you
smile.
take him everywhere like your baby. You have to look after him and knit him clothes and nurture him and feed him. And every time I ask you, how's Pob, you have to immediately whip him out and be like, from your baby carrier backpack and be like, he never leaves my side. He is my child.
Should I make him a frozen McCartney cotton cap, like an Irish cap?
Maybe
Sew
you
it
should
on him.
call him Oldmore. Maybe
Little
that's be
felt
Pob
cap.
Oldmore. It's his surname. He is the
Ah,
child
there's
of our.
Oldmore. Yeah.
He's Oldmore.
Or
Or is he
McCartney
frozen
cotton.
McCartney cotton? I mean, technically, he's not cotton, so he might be Oldmore.
He might be Oldmore. So, what were we saying?
Ah,
Uh, on a side note, there was one other thing I wanted to say. Yeah, Lean might pretend that she's savage and she doesn't care, but then she does things like that for me.
shh,
So
shh.
shh, don't give away the secrets. She's
Look, I
actually
have street
nice.
cred to uphold, right? Everybody knows Lean's mean. It kind of goes with
Uh,
the name.
oh,
You just have to read one of my books to know Lean's mean.
and although my books make me sound mean, but I'm not mean. My books make me sound like a psychopath.
Actually,
So
your books are probably meaner than my books, which
they
makes no
are.
sense at all.
They are. My books are like psychopathic. I always used to get people that are like, how are you writing books like this? And we know your personality. I don't understand. So it's the dark side, like J Hope has. The
See, I've
dark
never got that. I've got that. Your books make a lot of sense as to who you are.
side. It's the opposite. Now we know. Alrighty,
Self-employed.
guys. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, now I've got like 30,000 million videos to edit this week. Oh, the
We
joys.
we need to do a live with everybody at some point. That would be nice.
We
Like,
should.
because in the
We need to
afternoon,
figure out a time and a day that are going to have all
yeah.
you people on. So, how about tell us what days you're most likely to be on YouTube when you would like a live, and then we can look at the accumulated amount of comments from you all and figure out a sort of neutral time.
Yeah, I was thinking like 5 o'clock in the evening might be nice. Well, like 4 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock my time. Well, it's now 3 o'clock my time because
It's
then
10
Korea's
p.m. my
waking up.
time.
Yeah, which is a bit late. Maybe 9 p.m. your time because then all the Koreans are waking up and the Japanese are waking up and everybody else in Asia that watches us is waking up, and then we still can catch the Western people. It might be better.
Possibly.
So, or we
Maybe
could
we
do it in
should
the
do
morning.
a Lean in a onesie and snacks camp out, and Lean just doesn't sleep.
You can actually. You could do that. We
We
could.
could have a onesie party. Let's
And
have
then
a
all we do
onesie
is we
party.
listen to all the songs we've already reacted to, like on our playlists, and just have fun and
Talk
party.
nonsense. Let's talk nonsense like we're
Talk
doing right now.
nonsense and just party
Eat
with
snacks
everybody. We should
in
be
the
playing
onesie.
songs in the background while we're doing this right now, but we have not been. But
Copyright, babe. Copyright.
oh, that's true. So
We deal with that constantly. Like we just have to have at least one video without copyright.
yeah, exactly. So well, thanks, guys. Thanks for opening my gift with me and
Yeah, say
listening to our
happy
weird.
birthday. Wait, I have to sing it to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lou Norbert. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! Now sing it in Korean.
Uh, 생일
축하합니다.
축하합니다. 생일
생일
축하합니다.
축하합니다.
Oh wait, I forgot it.
마라라리 사랑해.
사랑해, 루. 생일
축하합니다.
축하합니다. Can't remember the middle part. Something, something.
사랑하에 something 축하합니다.
생일
Okay.
축하합니다. Can you
합니다.
sing it 4 times? 생일 축하합니다. 생일
생일
축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다. There you go. See, don't say I
Yay.
don't do nothing for you.
I'm telling you. Like you brought it, girl. You brought it.
Got it. Best party ever, like best birthday ever. Potatoes
Yes.
and Korean happy birthdays.
Now I just have to buy myself a cupcake tomorrow and my life will be complete. So
Just don't try and light it. I saw how useless you were at lighting the candle for Eugene's cheesecake. It took you like 3.5 hours. Just forego the candle. Just draw a flame on a piece of paper, stick it in.
I think so, because I can't even find my lighter. I looked for it the other night when the power went out and I gave up eventually.
You
So
only own one lighter. One
I
lighter.
do. I need to get more. I need to get matches in my house too. So
I must just be a little fire starter. I've got so many candles, matches, and lighters in my house that it's kind of like suspicious activity. Like, you know what I'm saying?
we're writers. We always have suspicious activities. I swear the FBI
True.
watches us on while we research our books. So
I once researched how to kill someone with a throat punch for a
okay, we're
solid
not going
week.
to stop it now. You could ban us. Rewind. We have to get you a long.
I'll bleep that bit out. I once
You once
researched how to
researched-
kiss someone with a throat caress. That's what it was. Glasgow kiss with a throat caress.
We're gonna have to fix it post editing. We're gonna have to edit this bitch.
It's fine.
Okay.
Mature content anyway. It's not like I'm doing it on screen. I mean, I could if you really wanted to, but that might be messy, and then I have to, clean up after.
I can see how our lives are gonna go. We're gonna get banned constantly.
This is how all my other lives go, and that's why they're usually like 3 hours long, and I end up with loads of people just having banter.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay, we're going to get off because I'm going to bed.
bye.
Bye. After midnight, you have to give yourself the dumps, okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
Because I'm not there to punch them into you. Right? Make sure they bruise, because that's where Liam would do them. One for every year that you've been on this planet Earth. So good luck with that.
No. I'm not giving away my age on this channel, but it'll be traumatic.
You'll be crippled tomorrow. Okay, I'm ending the recording. Goodbye.
Bye. You did a good job, Leanie.
Please don't.
Hey, fan bears. So fluffy.
What
so
is
cute.
actually wrong
You ready?
with you? You're
Dance
such a
dance.
freak.
Dance dance. System failure. Lean, 사랑해.
Ew.